control. Top 5 list gonna light the fuse. The Team Jon, bringing red wine views. Best friends for life when the madness ignites. Talking chaos and laughter deep into the night. The Fritzy files coming straight for the throat. No filter, baby. Keep the madness afloat. Tune in, lean in, and let the man speak. The word according to Dick Buttons every week. Laugh loud, crank it up, let the chaos run free. Season 6, baby, this is where you wanna be.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the world according to Dick Buttons. I'm Dick Buttons, and I'm so happy you pressed play on this episode. So look, I'm going to start off coming off not in a good way. Mr. Bon Jovi has started a pop-up 6-show residency at Madison Square Garden. And listen, the word prolific comes to mind when you start talking about Bon Jovi. The man has been in the business for quite some time. Massive hits, massive talent. But just like many artists who stay too long in the game, I think you start to become a shadow of your former self. And, he had some actual vocal cord issues, had the surgery done, and has been touting in the time leading up to this show at Madison Square Garden, these 6 shows, that he is fully recovered and his voice is back. And I'm sure all his loyal fans went and bought tickets for these 6 shows, and I guarantee you they were not cheap. Now, in my heart, I wanted his voice to be back. I wanted him to be fully recovered. So I went on YouTube because we are in the immediate gratification aspect of life, cell phones everywhere. And within 10 minutes of the show starting at Madison Square Garden, these clips were showing up. Now, listen, were they as bad as the David Lee Roth clips that we were getting access to over the last several months? Probably not. Were they good? No. Listen, John, I've brought this up on the podcast before. There's something to be said for going out on top. And for whatever reason, whether it be money, pride, vanity, these people just can't do it. And I'm not going to listen, David Lee Roth, Paul Stanley, many artists have fell victim to this. And again, it's a double-edged sword because if the money's still there, and I guarantee you these 6 shows at Madison Square Garden were sold out. But John, the clips that I watched, I see the pain you're going through to even do what you're doing. And what you're doing isn't much. And I don't want to come off as mean or you know, harsh, but the truth is the truth, John. Go and watch the clips for yourself. I'd play them and put them up here, but I can't because I'll get copyright strikes. But go do yourself a favor, go on YouTube. If you're not a Bon Jovi fan, then this means absolutely nothing to you. But if you're a fan of rock music and legacy acts who have left their mark on the history of rock and roll, I think it's sad. You've earned it, John. Take the victory lap without doing the shows and live on your legacy. It's okay. It took many artists far too long to figure that out. And again, if the money's on the table, it's hard to begrudge you from taking that money, but you could find other ways to take the money. Because all you're doing now is tarnishing your legacy. And I think it's sad. So finish out these 6 shows, John. Back up the wheelbarrow and put all the cash in. But please stop. For you, for the fans, for all of us.
Premiering on July 12th at 11:59 p.m. Get ready for a fascinating new episode of The World According to Dick Button's interview series, as Dick sits down with writer, neural network artist, and AI music creator Richard Walker, known musically as Audio Divergent, and to many in the AI music community as a shadow from the tomb.
What are we doing, people? What the fuck are we doing? I don't know. I must be a magnet for all of this. Why do I get behind the car that is just not doing the right thing? Or why do I get the car behind me that's doing like Grand Prix speeds and expects me to get out of the way? And then inevitably I get out of the way and then we stop at the next light and then there they are right next to me. What is it about people not using their blinkers? How am I supposed to know where the fuck you're going? Huh? Am I Kreskin? Am I a mind reader? They put the blinkers on the car for a reason. Okay. If you're gonna go into the left lane, use your left blinker. If you're gonna turn right, put on your right blinker. It's not rocket science. You make it unsafe for everybody out there to drive. And yeah, I've been told by a few, and you know who you are, that I drive like a grandma. Yeah, I obey the speed limit. I do. If it says 25, I do 25. If it says 45, I do 45. If it says 65, I do 65. I'm not one of these maniacs doing 95, blowing past you. Or then you get these assholes on major highways like racing each other, like it's like you're part of Fast and the Furious. I don't get it. At higher speeds, more bad things could happen. There's other people on the road. Be considerate. Stop thinking about yourself. What do you think? Put something in the comments. Please, I want to know. Are you a speed limit driver or are you someone who doesn't pay attention, who could care less what the signs say and just care about yourself? And what is your fucking rush to? Where you going? Go to work? You going to school? You going home? You going to Taco Bell? The only time, the only two times you should be speeding is you have a pregnant wife in the car who's 10 centimeters dilated, or if you have diarrhea. Both options don't end well in a car. To me, those are the only two times that you should be speeding somewhere. Other than that, follow the fucking speed limit. Use your blinker. Let people know where you're going to go. Don't make them guess. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too critical? Fuck you if you think I am. I say that with love and respect. I really do. But next time, if I'm on the road and you're behind me and I'm doing the speed limit, don't flash your lights. And 9 times out of 10, I'll defend myself. If I am doing the speed limit, I'm not in the left lane. I am in the middle or right lane, where you should be. But if we're on a 2-lane local road and it's 25 and you're behind me, like flashing your lights, fuck you. Fuck you. Rules are there for a reason. I know these assholes will say rules are to be broken. No, 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 they're not. No, they're not. No, no, no. Rules are rules for a reason. So listen, if you're behind me, bad luck for you. If you're one of these people who just doesn't follow rules or you don't want to do the speed limit, I don't understand it. I don't get it. But whatever. Dick Buttons follows the speed limit.
When the wine gets open, you know what that means. Unscripted moments and in between scenes. Topics start flowing, no map, no throne. No one really knows where the night's gonna roll. Best friends for life, just talking it out. Laughing too loud, that's what it's about. So hit play, don't sit below. Come pour one up on the Vincenzo.
That's right, everybody. You know, from that theme music, it can only mean one thing. And to my right, as always, honored and humble. Man, we have shit to talk about this week.
Me too.
Listen, I'm not a soccer fan.
You know what though? I think I've become a soccer fan.
No,
I felt okay. You first.
let me hit this. I did enjoy watching the games.
Okay.
The flopping, I can't.
For me, that's what made me a soccer fan was
Can't.
there was the drama of when they flop and they fall on and the hands are swinging because we don't hear what they're saying. It was like watching a play where it was so demonstrative where and people are falling down and getting up and pointing and the referee like, "Whoa, whoa," and the wasn't there.
I know. And so I was I was bartending the night of the US game
Right.
last night. So we're recording this on Tuesday, last night was Monday. Bunch of burly and every time we got flopped, fucking pussy.
And did you watch some of the slow motion falling was some of it was justified, they hurt themselves
Yeah.
by twisting their own knees
Yeah.
and stuff, and some of it was he fell over me, and this is my opportunity to have internal injuries.
One of the Americans kicked one of the Belgians,
Right?
and then he rolled around that he got hurt.
Correct, correct.
Oh, wait, what are we drinking, by the way?
I brought a
Oh, this is my,
no, I believe this is my week.
no, this is my week.
Wait, watch this. No, it's my week. What did we drink oh, we drank that really tart did we drink the tart wine last time?
That was no, that was no.
No. I thought I brought the, oh,
You did.
I
Mhm.
did. He got well, you know what? He's younger, he does have
But
more
how what
memory.
time out? That's mine anyway, correct? Is this
No.
my
Let's review. I said that in a dream,
Mhm,
a sleep aid dream,
mhm,
freaking Pierre, who was cutting my hair and it
mhm,
rhymes,
mhm.
said that Portugal would win the World Cup.
Uh,
And I went, "That's a sign." Guess what? That wasn't God talking, that was Pierre talking, so no faith in Pierre. Portugal lost. This young man to my left reminded me Spain beat them, and I did bet him a bottle of red wine. I thought this was my week, but we can hold this in reserve.
let me see what this is. Maybe I wanna upgrade because I have a Patek Dark.
That's a barrel bomb with a whiskey barrel aged.
Oh, let's see.
However,
Let's you brought another one?
well, because I thought it was my week and I lost.
Okay,
So either way, that works.
leave that there. What do you got?
What's in the bag?
What's in the box? You know what I have to do?
Yeah.
You see this red glow on my face?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Um, Elvis sign? Okay. Elvis is shining upon you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, much better. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, now where's that coming from? Oh, good.
ooh. He's got all of a sudden his eyes disappear. No, this would be the actual bet, so we can hold that in,
Okay.
as
Yep,
a
so let's
rotation line,
okay.
and this would be and I thought, if I'm gonna lose, I'm not buying you that $5.99 bottle of, you know, backyard California
Okay.
wine.
Right.
So we went for
Oh,
oh,
I was looking for this.
I found it, by the way, in the first liquor store that we used to buy it.
Oh, okay.
It's now in the Italy section,
Well,
all the way on the bottom, and they carry it again.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
good because I
Mezza Corona.
Mexican. I will accept this.
I wanna thank the Belgium team, he says.
Like for liquor store here now. We have let's move this over here.
People wish they were talking with us.
Uh,
Drinking.
I do listen, I want to stay on topic of the Fakakta US. Listen, by the way, they got their asses handed to them.
I didn't even think Belgium was that great. I thought the US was less prepared and less on the ball than Belgium was good. Some of those were like they were kicking them past
So
the goalie and they were like waiting for a penalty call and then there's a kick.
I'm just gonna regurgitate what I heard on sports radio all day
Okay.
today, and Monday night. In the first half, US turned it over 11 times.
Right.
11 times.
Well, they got scored on in the first what,
Yeah.
8 minutes or something?
And then I'm not a soccer fan, so I really don't follow it.
Right.
But when that goalie came out of, and again, I got corrected in my work text chain. I go, "What the fuck was he doing out of the crease?"
Right.
It's a box, idiot.
Okay. But the
Okay.
point was,
Creases in hockey, it's the same fucking thing.
we understood what you were saying.
What the? But here, and then you watch it in slow motion.
It's worse.
He comes out of the crease. All he had to do was fucking kick it.
Correct.
He kicked the ground,
I know.
and then he tried to make a move against. Goalies don't make moves. They stand there. You know, if you watch,
Listen, the only move they need is to block that ball.
there was one angle of the
Right.
Belgium player
Right.
when he saw that he was so far out.
He was like, I can't believe
"I
it.
just gotta kick this."
Exactly. That's why I said the US was less prepared than Belgium was on the ball. Belgium took advantage of their, you know, their their failure to launch.
Yeah.
It's a failure to launch, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't see Belgium really. Were they playing Spain next? Forget that. I think Spain's going to kill them.
No, I think didn't Egypt win today? Oh, that was
I thought
against Argentina.
the winner of the US Belgium game was playing Spain.
Okay.
Spain?
But who won between Argentina and Egypt? Because when
Oh, I don't know.
I
Oh, jeez.
look that up, because I think it was
Well,
tied.
I turned off my phone because of the ring.
Doesn't turn
Leave in the comments who won, and then it'll be too late.
doesn't turn off your internet, does it? You know what?
No, I turned off my phone.
Hold on. You think I'd set up the studio before? Let me move this a little further back.
Okay, that sounds
Alright.
good. Listen, we're making adjustments as we go.
On the
Everybody-
fly, ladies and gentlemen. Pretend this is live. They lost that. They were never gonna win before that goal when the goalie came out. They were gonna lose that game.
It looked terrible. They looked unprepared.
You know, fuck me. There is that smudge on that glass again.
But you got it this time?
No, I don't understand.
I think there's
I hand wash these in addition to putting them in the dishwasher.
there's something that comes down and puts a little smudge on your glass. Something that lived in this house before you.
Oh, don't say that.
Do you know that we have a little statue, little George Washington statue?
Cheers.
Cheers. There's a little George Washington statue in our house that keeps facing the wall.
Was he bad?
It's doing it by itself, or my son is doing it on his way out the door. He's overseas, and George Washington hasn't been turning around by himself.
Your house is haunted. George Washington segue, and I'll get back to the soccer because we're not done with the soccer.
Okay.
I saw Larry David's new show comes out.
Yes, I saw a trailer for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so Rob Reiner filmed.
Was it the history?
It's like going back looking at history, but from a Curb Your Enthusiasm point of view, which is.
It was hysterical for I saw it.
And the last thing Rob Reiner filmed was this. He played George Washington, and they were writing the Constitution,
Right.
and it was his last dig at Trump. Because he would go, and a president should only have two terms. And then Larry David's in the crowd. But what if some asshole?
Almost cried on that one. Oh my God.
I'll segue. We're still talking about soccer, though.
Right.
Did you? They should not let him talk. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Did you see after he called and got? I didn't even know what a red card was.
He just likes to talk. He
But that's
loves to talk. That his first term, his first, you know, swing at president, he couldn't get off what was it, Twitter?
Right.
Stop talking and just do.
Yeah, yeah, and
You know, if you look at it like a Rubio, where he just does, and then if he's got to defend himself, he just does. Why can't you just do that?
yeah, and he also said, it's almost like a comedy bit. Did you see the clip where he goes, "Do you know has the most views on TikTok?"
No, this is.
He goes, in the Oval Office, he goes, "Taylor Swift's 11. I'm number 1. I am the most popular person on TikTok." I'm like,
By the way, who is the most popular person on TikTok?
I don't know, but it's not Trump.
I know with podcasts, it's Joe Rogan, right?
Well, I don't know. Do they segregate it
Oh,
like that?
no, 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 I was just talking about if you're doing lists, like podcasts with
Oh,
Joe
oh, oh.
Rogan,
I'll look.
then we're number, like, 10,
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
and Joe Rogan's, he's
I'll look it up and I'll put it up there
but there's always those lists, and they know who's got the most viewership.
in his head. And then the best. Do yourself a favor.
He wants you to fact check.
No, no. Do yourself a favor and watch the clip
Okay.
because the people standing behind
Behind
him,
him all the lights?
they were zooming in on these people and they were like, "This motherfucker."
Shut the fuck up. By the way, when you're that old and he looks a little more tired, you would think it would slow you down, but he's almost like talking in his sleep.
Yeah, and I don't wanna turn this into a Trump bashing thing
No,
because
not at all. He's a mixed bag. He brings great things
oh, he's a
and he
bag.
brings and he and he brings crazy things.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't want crazy for my president, though. I'm sorry. Listen, everybody.
If he's all talk on that end about TikTok and stuff, that's harmless to me.
Okay, well, we bombed Iran this afternoon.
Yeah, well, you know what? Those crazies have never been consistent.
I get it. I get it. I get it. But
It's not like we were, it wasn't like World War II where we bombed somebody and they said, we'll think about it.
he wants the Nobel Peace Prize. I ended 11 wars, and then you're bombing. Whatever. Okay, wait. Let's talk about the soccer. Yeah, U.S. fucked it up.
They just were not prepared.
I don't blame you.
It was almost like they had, like when you take a long nap and you get up and then you have to start to do stuff right away. I'm telling you, it was like, listen, you need me to come out there and help you? Well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll come out and help.
I also think they were ranking on one of the players was out of shape for the United States. I don't know.
We got a lot of process in the country. It's hard to believe.
That's the other thing. And I was talking with the wonderful Gen Zer that works for me.
All right.
She is quite amazing. The other reason why we really don't do well is
Right.
it's not our sport here.
Well, it's not a part of our culture the way it is in other countries.
The MLS is a joke.
Right.
It's not what.
Correct.
And she rattled off all the other leagues. I listened. I promised I did, but I didn't
Listen,
contain them.
they have it as a religion in almost every other culture. We're baseball, we're basketball, we're American football. We're not, and for us to get this far as a host country who probably did or didn't qualify,
I was schooled today because that's what I heard.
Right.
But she said to me, the Gen Zer, that they did qualify. So
okay, so we did. Hey, listen, we got that far.
I thought
We're a country that, and by the way, we do.
She also said they played above their pay grade the first 4 games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but the other
But Bosnia, who they beat Bosnia, correct?
Mhm.
Bosnia beat
It's 2
beat
countries too.
Beat Bosnia and Herzegovina. Herzegovina?
Bless you.
I'm gonna get some mail about that. Send it to Dick Buttons.
Send it to
Um, they beat Italy in World Cup qualification. Bosnia beat Italy
right.
to get to where they were, and we beat Bosnia. So it's, any given Sunday with that type of
I
thing.
used that term today with her because we get to talk before everybody else gets to.
Okay.
And she said soccer doesn't work that way.
She would be right. She would be right.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you know why? Because there's no luck involved. There's no,
No.
you can watch how they were passing and how
Yeah.
they kick,
Yeah.
and there's something surgical about soccer the way baseball is. There's something surgical about it that unless you're tired, is your whole team tired? No, and we played as well as we were going to. I thought they could actually beat Belgium, but then you know what? Spain, France, Argentina, those are just crazy elevated teams. They do this,
Have you had a second dream to finish out this?
yeah, and it wasn't about that, thank goodness. Let's not even let's not bet a bottle of red wine on my other dreams. I don't wanna do that.
They may take you away. No, listen, if I wrote down, because I take melatonin every night,
Right.
20 milligrams, which I think someone said is too
Wow.
much.
Holy crap. I only know people that take
Or
10.
maybe it's 10, maybe it's 2.5 gummies. I
5 is, I guess, recommended to get you going, but for people who really
I
can't
can
sleep,
I could look at it.
10, you can buy 10.
Yeah, let
If
me
you're taking 20, we need to have a talk after the podcast.
I'll be
I take a
I'll be asleep.
prescription medication.
Linestra?
It's a, uh, off-label
Oh my god, off label.
it's Lunesta,
Oh, what did I say?
Lunestra.
Huh,
And by the way, that's what I was calling it before somebody
well, I know.
I was taking it and I didn't know for like a year. Lunestra, and somebody said, there's no R. I'm like, I don't know, I just take it.
180 count, Carlisle,
Yeah.
10 milligrams, yeah,
Yeah.
I take
Oh,
20 a night.
wow.
Maybe that's why I got the
Well,
fucked up.
maybe you have you tried 10 and you can't sleep on it?
No, because I
No.
know see, I'm a very
Screw this. These are gummies and they taste really good. Just
I'm a creature of habit.
okay.
So, I started it said take 1 or 2. That's the bottle says. But so I did, I took the 2, and
It's prescribed.
it helps me sleep, and then Hefe, mom said to me,
Right.
20 milligrams is too much, but in my head, well, 20 is working, if I take 10, it won't work, so
Correct. Well, sometimes it doesn't.
same with the Mounjaro.
Right.
I eat what I eat, and everyone oh, my dog even my doctor, "You gotta gain 10 pounds."
How to
Um,
gain 10 pounds?
yeah, she thought it I had my physical a couple weeks ago.
You look fine.
Well, I thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she goes, "Yeah, but you're too thin." 'Cause my previous appointment, I was 160.
Right.
When she weighed me in, I was 148, and that was maybe like a 6-month it was 6-month.
Is she in a different weight bracket and wants to fight you? I don't understand.
She is a wonderful small Asian woman, but I
She's
guarantee you
she's a welterweight, and
I guarantee she can kick my ass.
yeah, okay.
But
What
then,
did you tell but of course, you're a lover, not a fighter, so she says, "I love you to death."
uh,
There's that.
but Hefe said to me, he doesn't like her because of the things she says to me, like, that this is the first time he actually agreed with her, and I needed to but listen, I
Does
start
does he think she is abrasive?
no, because the fact that she put me on the shot just because my A1 yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
I'm not gonna,
But if 20 is working for you,
what?
do it, because your body's used to
Yeah.
that now and acclimated. You
Uh,
take
yeah.
less, you're probably gonna wake up.
I'm not yeah. No, no, I'm not stopping because the dreams are so good. Back to I should write down the fucking dreams. I could probably sell them to somebody 'cause
Well, the dreams are scary. I blend different jobs that I work together. People from one job were working in a different job with me while we were fighting aliens behind rubble. It's very
I'm not even sure hallucinogens would be better than, at least for me.
no, I think melatonin. I was over the weekend. I was hanging out with my nieces and nephews, and they are fond of the gummies, the CBD gummies.
Oh, older I was picturing like 5-year-old.
Those are the great nieces and nephews.
Okay.
They were that was, that's breast milk and different things.
I'm not a fan of marijuana gummy.
I have
Okay.
never taken one, and I asked them, I said, you know, asking for a friend, is it do you take these on empty stomachs or full stomachs? They said, well, if we want to get the full effect, you take them on empty stomachs.
Yeah,
So
'cause
it's right to your bloodstream.
digest just that.
Correct. So they were they were passing them around. Brought me back to my hospitality days when everybody was passing the dish.
Did you take one?
Nope.
Oh.
I just stuck to my guns.
I made the mistake one year on vacation with my brothers, and they convinced me, and I took of 10 milligrams.
Oh my gosh.
And they said to me, "Just take half," because it was listen,
Yeah, 10 is a lot.
that was the first drug I had ever done.
If we have viewers who are sitting there going, 10, pussy.
Oh, I'm sure.
10's a lot.
I am sure. However, I didn't get silly.
Right.
Like my brother, when he does it, he laughs uncontrollably.
The Joker.
Yeah, no, I wish I could show you video. There is video, but I'm not gonna show it 'cause
Right.
but so I just didn't like the way I felt. I felt
Yeah.
antsy. Like and I just went to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I'm on enough prescription medication for
Yeah,
things.
you don't know what that's gonna counteract.
Between the ADHD and the, other stuff and Yeah.
Oh, can we agree on another thing?
Sure.
Savannah Guthrie's mother's dead, correct?
Correct.
Okay. How long is it taking to find this fucking body?
So we talked about this.
We did, but it's
No, no, no. My family talked
oh,
about
where
this.
do they think the body is?
Um, there's something wrong with the story. The narrative is so sketchy, and everybody looks at each other and we're going, "We can all make something up." You could say, was it something that something happened in the family and they weren't supposed to do, so we have to sacrifice somebody? Or, there's things we don't know, we're not part of, and it was like, "Oh, yeah, mom's gone," and then it was like news, and then they're finding out things about the ransom letters that were how many months old? It's like, that was the second letter. How
Yeah.
are we not
Yeah.
just learning of this?
I'm also calling out the kidnapper.
Correct.
You want money. Savannah Guthrie's mother?
Again
I get
again, I think this is just all manufactured, and
by Savannah? Are we back to Al Roker again?
there's something going on. Listen, you know me, it doesn't matter what side or who you are and what you are, there's stuff going on, and when I see it and it doesn't make sense,
So are
but
you agreeing with me from last week where there's smoke, there's fire?
um, yeah,
Because you disagreed with me last week.
well, I said, "Sometimes where there's smoke, there's mirrors." The fact that something's happened, you're right, we just don't have the proof or the exact knowledge, but there is something there's something going on with that. I've said off off camera about other people who may or may not have been assassinated or killed. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It didn't even look like it made sense. The evidence doesn't look like it made sense. There's things.
There'll be a Netflix,
Boy, there's this big thing about. You ever see on Instagram, and this is for entertainment purposes only, about the Black Eye Club? Did you ever see
are you
this?
supposed to give yourself a black eye?
No.
Have someone punch you?
You get a black eye for some reason. Remember Jay Leno?
Yeah, I know.
Having that accident
Oh,
with
yeah.
that black eye and the full story.
He caught on fire and he burned himself?
He was in a car accident, then he walked to a hotel, and
What do you think it was?
I don't know.
Savannah Guthrie's mother?
But again, the Black Eye Club, people show up. Do you remember Elon Musk with the black eye?
Yes, I do.
You need to start putting these things together. I don't know what the correct story is. There are things on Instagram that will, if you look it up, you'll have plenty of information, and whether they all connect, and because people can make anything connect.
Right.
But when did that make any sense to you when Elon Musk had a black eye and all
Well,
of
no,
us?
that did. Because I'm sure he pissed somebody off.
Or was it something else completely? It feels like it's a humbling club, something where because listen, I'm just saying, Elon's a almost trillionaire, and
He was there
but
for a second, and then he
but you know there are people uh, on the top who are running the show, and that may be a thing.
oh, are you with the, what is it called? The New World Order? Are you a proponent of
You
that?
know what? There's always been those powers with the money.
The 6 or 7 people who actually run the world?
Well, those people who have a lot of money running the banking system, you're running the banking system. You got money. You got the power.
You got the power.
How was your July 4th?
Have a story.
Oh, good.
Went to that restaurant on the East River, not East River, Jersey City
Yeah.
side. So we were directly across from the Brooklyn Bridge, and then
Right.
the East River display was very far apart. I'm assuming they are.
Right. They are.
But what was cool was the shows were synced.
Yes.
So from the annals of there are fucking stupid people in this world, and I seem to be a magnet for them. Watching the display,
Right.
and about halfway through, the drones start to show up.
Okay.
And they're hovering and they're taking video from above, and so you can watch that later.
Correct.
This woman to my left
Right.
looked about to be in her 30s. She's with someone else, and she goes, "Oh, look, the planes that are supposed to be landing at JFK are stopping to watch the firing." And I'm like,
Wow.
I looked at her and I went, "What?" Because I had to. I wasn't gonna let that go. She goes, "Yeah, they're stopping so they could watch." I said, Sweetie, that's not physics. That's not how planes work. Planes stopped." I says, she goes, "No, I've been coming here every year to watch the planes." I said, "Well, when you get back to the home, I'll give you a second because I said, planes stop to watch the fireworks. When does a plane stop?" "I don't know." It goes, "Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Captain blah, blah, blah. We'll be stopping cloud number 9, and we will be watching fireworks for the remainder of
he made it so
Please put your face in the upright
Yeah.
position. I don't actually should be seats in the upright position, tables stowed away.
stowed away.
Um,
Yeah, so they're stupid
that
people.
is great.
Yeah.
In her 30s.
Yeah, and it's
Wow,
sad,
that's sad.
sad. Now, I would love to give a good review to the restaurant. However,
However,
Felina Steakhouse in
right.
Jersey City,
Okay.
um, clearly their claim to fame is the proximity to the city,
Mhm.
and probably just for the 4th of July.
That's a beautiful view. No
It
matter.
is, it is. I didn't have steak.
Okay.
I had cacio de pepe, but I showed you the picture. It looked like creamy fettuccine. Yeah, yeah.
Listen, don't have your own take on something. Just do it. Do it the best you can.
It's a wedding venue, so that's
Right.
another business
Yeah.
because it's on the water, and I get it. The vibe was cool. And now when I go to bars, I have a different lens to look at shit because I bartend now. So
You notice things.
I'm watching how they make how the order of the stuff they're putting in,
Okay.
and I even asked the dude, I go, "What do you?" Because
Right.
he made something, couple different juices in the bottom of the glass, and then the red wine floated right on top. I don't know how I asked him, and he didn't tell me.
Guess what? I'm gonna take a picture and Google it. That'll teach you.
But there was no ice, so I don't know how.
Yeah, but liquids can do that. It just depends on
But it just looked
the
heavy
heavy.
that he was. The
the
heaviest
heavy
goes to the bottom.
right.
Yeah,
So
you know that.
he's figured out the yeah. You Google that stuff.
I will.
Google that.
What did you do on the 4th?
You should ask. My better half and I renewed our vows.
Get out.
Madison Square Garden.
Oh, would you stop it?
And
See,
best man was a guy named Kelsey,
Mhm.
maid of honor.
Tay-Tay.
Tay was the maid of honor. And then they had the balls to show us up and also get married during our renewal. They invited all those A class, there was some B class, and, actors, actresses, singers, people that we know, and they pull that on us.
By the way, there was no D class as in Dick Buttons. How come I wasn't there?
'Cause you said you were busy.
Oh, okay. Um, by the way, I'm glad you brought that up. Like,
Yes.
listen, I'm all for celebrities getting married and shit, but
Right.
I don't know. That just seemed a bit much.
By the way,
I
let
don't
me
know.
let me give you the breakdown for this, and it was a topic of conversation after my better half and I renewed our vows and got matching tattoos on our forehead.
Which I can't see, by the way. Did you have it removed already?
Again, it's the, MAGA makeup. That's why
Yes.
you can't see.
It's the same thing Trump used on his hands.
Does it look orange?
Yeah.
That's why. Um, first of all, I questioned Madison Square Garden as a venue. I said, but it makes complete sense. You've got complete security.
Yeah,
No
that's-
drones
I
flying
get it,
over,
I
and
get
it's
it.
contained.
Someone
When-
got a cell phone video though.
Oh, did they?
Yes. It was made the floor was made to look like a garden.
Oh,
I get it's Madison Square Garden, but like
right.
trees and shit. Like one of her videos.
Right.
It was in
And,
reference
and
to
you
one
know that she probably had it videotaped to make a movie. You're going to get the, Travis and Taylor wedding movie or something. They'll sell it to Netflix. But
I'm not watching that.
security
I'm
wise,
not watching it.
you got it locked in. How about when you're having drinks with the friends, and somebody says, "Oh, we got married on a roof, on a private estate." And she was like, "I got married at Madison Square Garden, bitch." She
I don't even
gets
get.
but by the way, did you see the justification? "I'm gonna have a lavish wedding. I'm gonna do it up. I'm feeling a little guilt. I'm giving away to 26 charities."
Yeah, well,
You know,
that's no gifts.
right.
Yeah.
So they gave a lot of money to charities, which is great. Also tax write-off. You decide. Like when people interviewed on the street in New York were like, "She's got my mask going." Yeah, a little over the top. She gave to charity. One woman said, it was probably the same woman who thought the plane stopped for the fireworks, but
Adam Sandler officiated.
don't even ask me.
I don't get. I don't.
That's excellent, by the way.
I think the connection was Travis was in Happy
Movie.
Gilmore 2, and he thought it was funny and all kinds.
But yeah, no. I first of all, I think they were married
Oh, they
officially
yeah,
beforehand.
yeah.
That's just a kinda showy thing.
I agree.
Correct.
I
Okay,
agree.
so we were there. Um,
I agree.
yeah, so my better half was a little annoyed that they showed us up a little bit after the renewing of vows, but it's okay. It's,
Now, what'd you really do on that?
even though my music was better. Um, so we,
Not the
went to a
Ortley.
friend's house Ortley Beach.
Oh, this was the rebuilt house.
The house they knocked down on Ortley Beach, and it was cheaper to build a 4-floor brand new home than to buy an existing home.
So it was on the bay side from the pictures.
It was actually the Bayside pictures were somebody else's house.
Oh, so you didn't even send me pictures of the house.
Yes, I did. That first picture of that big house with the blue house,
Oh, that was them?
that was them. We were on the rooftop watching fireworks on July 4th. I thought we were being attacked because if
Hmm.
you could do a 360 view, not counting the water. So wherever the water wasn't and you looked around, fireworks were going off at all the other townships simultaneously for hours.
Yeah.
I was like, hours. I was like, when are they gonna run out of fireworks? Is there that much fireworks in the world?
Well, I
And they just everywhere you looked on the horizon, it was filled with fireworks and it was nonstop. And we're like, wow, this is like having the TV where you're watching 4 football games at once. When you
right.
get the red zone, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. I was like, "Listen, I like a good fireworks show. Not everybody at once. The whole world is shooting fireworks."
Now's a hell of a time to make sure that we're on the right.
Okay. Is anybody listening? Hello?
Okay, that says
Can you see us?
that says Monocaster there, right? My eyes.
It does.
Okay.
She's the blind leading the blind. Does that say Monocaster?
You know,
Sure does.
I tried using a different software. Maybe just there was no familiarity. I think I'm gonna make the move. You can't see the laptop, obviously,
Correct.
but I think I'm going to get a dedicated desktop,
Okay.
so I don't have to set this fucking thing up every
That'd
time.
be nice. Just,
Just there.
do you just need a monitor?
Oh, yeah, I have the monitors. I use that one for us. That one's for me when I do my solo stuff
Right.
because the
Right.
angle didn't work for over here.
Correct.
Yeah, so I could hook everything up.
Right.
All I gotta do is go.
You won't hear us, but you'll be able
No, you know what? I'm gonna cop up to this.
You don't have to.
Last week, I was all bent out of shape because I couldn't hear myself.
Oh, he was so annoyed. He was
And
so
and
annoyed.
total disclosure, why I couldn't hear myself, I had the stuff in the wrong connections. So
By the way, very professional for a person who was annoyed because that wouldn't be me. I have that between my resting bitch face, and I I don't pull that off. I was like, "Oh, what's the matter with him?"
well, we did a short episode last week too because I had to find out, and I didn't. You know when I found out though?
But,
Today.
oh, shh.
So I gave up at one point because
He was laying on the pool table that is beyond your vision right here.
Yeah. Oh, and so I have a pretty big interview coming up.
You have a lot of interviews.
I do, but that Ava Bentley,
I've been sharing your stuff
you have, thank you.
always.
She is a legit AI artist that's charts, and her story is interesting. She was a country singer, actual country singer. Got some sorta sickness,
Mm-hmm.
and then she had to have throat surgery and she couldn't sing, couldn't talk for a while, but they got her speaking voice back, but she missed so she does AI now.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah,
think that's a cool
that
story.
says it's like the NFL player who has well, forgive me please, the football player, the NFL was being interviewed on Good Morning America by Michael Strahan. I guess he's lost his speech. He has maybe MS, but they've been able to take samples of his voice, put it in a computer program, so when he's talking to you,
Oh, he went it's not like the
no, he's talking, he's racing through the keyboard
Oh,
to use letters and words,
but it sounds like him.
and it's coming out in his voice. I went, "Wow, we have arrived."
Eventually, again, that podcast I sent you, I don't know if you watched the whole thing.
Mm,
The guy said in 5 to 10 years,
yeah.
AI will be integrated into the human body and you could live forever. I'm game.
I would love to live forever.
We'll be doing this podcast in the year 2077.
But listen, AI got me out of a jam. We have a new refrigerator coming. I had to disconnect the
Oh,
water line for
you
the ice machine.
you Googled it. You didn't AI.
No, it was the Google AI
Oh,
program,
okay.
and the Google AI program talked me through it, and I took pictures and explained it, and I asked questions, and he gave me, through the AI program, basically told me. I said, "Well, I don't even know where the water line is." He said, "Under the sink." He says, "Well, it looks like this." I went downstairs to the laundry room. There it was.
Maybe
Disconnected the lines. It told me, what tools to use and how to cap it off. And I'm like, that's why I think we can take care of your little
we'll take a look
situation.
at that. Well, when
Yeah.
I get back from the Catskills, we'll take a look.
Listen, it was fascinating. And it took me a while. I was being very hesitant about taking time about what I was going to do. It worked. It was just what, because then if not, you have to call a plumber in to turn off the water, disconnect the line, and $350 later, no.
On the topic of AI, I had and nothing really, for something to shock me,
Hmm.
it's got to be pretty like shocking. Wow, that's it. Honestly,
I wish I had asked AI for better
I
words.
wrote that line. Yes.
Yes, you did.
So I don't know if you ever use Claude.
I have not.
Okay, so a couple of the AI guys that are in our group
Right.
they were mentioning Claude. So let me try Claude.
Okay.
Now I know I use ChatGPT.
Right.
I write stuff and I ask it to punch it up like all the interview stuff and
Right.
so I said, let me go to Claude and say, give me a synopsis of the world according to give me a synopsis of Dick Buttons. That's what I said.
Okay.
The first question it has, you mean the Dick Buttons who has the podcast? Now, okay, so now I get it. I know how AI works, so it goes out.
Right.
To me, in my head, Claude was talking to ChatGPT and said, "Hey, do you know who this
By the way,
motherfucker is?" And
it's just they're connected to everything. By the way, do you have to pay for Claude?
no, well, you can.
Right.
I pay for ChatGPT.
Right.
It's $20 a month,
Right.
but it's unlimited shit and all that.
Right.
I'm assuming Claude is basically the same way, but I was able just to fuck around with it. Again, I'm used to ChatGPT.
Correct.
Some people I use DeepSeek every now and then.
Never heard of that.
That is
one
the
either.
Chinese version of ChatGPT.
Oh, and after you use it for like, I don't know, like half an hour, do you get hungry again? Just
Oh,
that asking for a friend. Don't look at me.
that
You're
is
just asking for a friend.
that is so insensitive to
Have you not had Chinese food and never felt hungry afterwards?
By the way,
It's not a
you
stereotype.
remember when I was a kid, Chinese food was a cheap option. Not anymore.
Cheap?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. The
I never thought it was cheap.
Chinese for 2 people now, you're approaching $70 if you get
That's what I think it's more expensive now, obviously.
You
But
get dumplings and
I know
you
you
can get shrimp toast.
sometimes you have to, donate a kidney if you wanna get but no, I never thought Chinese food was inexpensive.
Well, growing up, I thought it
Mexican
was.
was relatively inexpensive. Um, no, I didn't think it was oh, you know why? Because we were eating in a Chinatown. Yeah, maybe they were paying the bill. Um,
Oh, in New
no,
York City, Chinatown?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's why.
but no, we went to, the town of Dunellen
Mm.
and went to the Chinese food there was excellent. Kept burning down for some reason. It did burn down like 3 times.
Is that Jewish lightning?
It might have been
Is that
maybe it's
insensitive?
Chinese lightning. I don't know.
Is that insensitive? I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see in about a half an hour when I'm hungry again if it was insensitive or not.
I had a pork egg roll for dinner. That was my
Mm.
dinner tonight.
Ah,
Actually, 2. I had 2 pork egg
oh,
rolls, that was it.
where do you get your Chinese food from, can I ask?
So, now, uh,
Sure foodie, yeah, that's why I ask.
not now that, we're gonna get local now, so
Right.
people from Indonesia.
Okay,
It used to be King's Garden on Main Street, but they haven't been here in quite some time.
okay.
Now it's the place next to Lenny. House
Well,
of
that's where we
Not
always got
House
our
of, no,
House of Young.
House of Young's by someone else.
Uh,
House of Young,
right, correct. We we always get our Chinese food there.
something Wok is by Lenny's.
Yeah.
China Wok or
China but that's where we get our Chinese food
what,
from,
by Lenny's or House of Wang?
by Lenny's.
Oh, Young. I thought it was Wang.
It might be. Um, have you ever gone to China Moon?
Oh, on the Walter Ferran? I'm not
Yeah.
going all the way over there. Is it good?
I don't know, but I hear lots of good things.
It's hard to fuck up Chinese food.
No. Have you ever been to Kansas?
Oh, yes,
So
I take that back. I've been to Wyoming. Same thing.
okay,
Same
so
thing.
and I and Chinese people make the food there. I think it's contributed to the water that makes
No, I think it's where you are because
I think it still has something to do with the water. If Chinese people are make that so if they move from New Jersey
oh, maybe
and they go to Kansas, it's like the pizza in Florida. If you're not shipping the water down, the water makes all those ingredients.
there are 3 states where pizza's good.
I'm gonna say New York, New Jersey. Oh my gosh. I always think of a
Connecticut.
truck.
No,
Well, that's a
Connecticut.
tri-state area. Okay.
Well, Connecticut's not. Philadelphia.
No,
Pennsylvania's tri-state.
no. Connecticut, New York, New Jersey is the tri-state area. Pennsylvania is not part of the tri-state area. Kentucky is its own country in so many ways.
I was on business in Wyoming,
Wait a
and
second, ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't know the tri-state area.
well, now I
Lives
do.
in it. Okay. Just
Uh,
wanted to
on business in Wyoming, and we're gonna take you out for Chinese food. I'm still my bullets. I'm like,
well, you don't like me?
in Wyoming? No, the company that we were
Right.
auditing, and the only way I could describe it, it was if a couple of kids got together and said, "Let's try to put together a Chinese restaurant." They had a vague idea of what everything was supposed to be, but it just was not quite there.
Also Kansas, and I was like, I think even one of my nieces got sick from the Chinese food in Kansas. I'm like, "Well, that was your first mistake. You came from the East Coast, you know better. It's on you."
Yeah.
Um, but my better half had many moons ago traveled to Scotland. She said that's where she's had the best Chinese food in Scotland.
Now I've heard of Indian food being good in England and Scotland.
Also, Scotland for Chinese food. England has some crazy good Indian food and, just Moroccan, just different nationality. Wild, crazy good. Like you would have New York where you'd have your
Right.
specialties. Um, by the way, my son was in England.
Oh, how was that trip?
He's in Montenegro now.
Oh, he's not back yet.
No, he comes back Friday. Went to stop by in England, did the, Formula One racing
Oh,
outside of London. Crazy
how'd you
tickets.
get tickets to that?
Yeah, buy them. They're as expensive as World Cup tickets.
No, I know. It's crazy
The food
expensive.
is included, but $1,100 later, you're in Formula One. I'm like,
To watch cars go by you once. Because Formula One is not a circle, it's a track.
but it's a track that repeats, so it'll
Oh, it
keep
does.
yeah, it'll so it's not a circle, you are correct, and
It's
because
through
it's
the
a
streets, yeah.
correct,
Oh, I didn't know it
or
repeats.
and it's a track, but it's a kind of a course and versus a
No,
circle.
I didn't know they did
Well,
laps though. I
they
didn't.
do laps, um, and we will talk about that next segment, and you will see the reference in our next show about Formula One.
Oh, is that one of
Um,
your bucket list items?
you give it away. Um, so he did that. He's went to Harrods, a big department store
Okay.
in he couldn't even get through the store. There was so many things, chocolate worry in this world and that world. It's just but it's I think it's kind of akin to Macy's
Mhm.
in New York City, but bigger. Um, yeah, just it's just crazy expensive. You couldn't really buy anything. Um, and now he's in Montenegro
For a wedding.
for a destination wedding. They were on a
Fuck
r
destination wedding. That's all I gotta say.
um,
Don't invite me.
yeah.
You invite me to a destination wedding, you're gonna get that as a
By
response.
the way, the destination wedding, would that be out of your state? What would
Okay, wait. Okay. Out of the next state.
so if you go to Pennsylvania, now I'm confused.
I'll go to Pennsylvania, I'll go to New York, I'll go to
Pennsylvania
Connecticut.
Pennsylvania
It's big.
is huge. So the edge of Pennsylvania could be, almost the middle of the country.
I remember when my son went to school in Virginia and we used to have to go drop him off and pick him up. The longest part of the trip was fucking through Pennsylvania.
You should never end.
Like, what is this state?
Like I think Montenegro is just across
Just
the
across the water, yeah.
Kentucky.
Yes.
If you live in the state, so if I have my niece who lives in Florida, and we went to Florida for the wedding, that's not a destination wedding because that's where she lives.
Well, for you, it's a destination. I mean, I'm not going.
No, but the whole point of a destination wedding is if you live in, so if she lived in Florida and she decided to go somewhere else, so it's wherever you reside.
No, if I don't live where you reside, it's a destination wedding.
No,
Yes.
no, no. Destination wedding is
If I gotta get a
outside of the bride and groom's.
nope, I'll put that definition
State.
up.
I need to see this.
Well, you're not gonna see it till I do it in post, but
We're gonna do it right over here,
right over there.
right over under the disco ball,
Uh,
and
a destination wedding means you have to travel somewhere to get to.
you have to travel somewhere where the bride and groom have moved out. So, if the bride and groom live in New York
Yeah.
and they decide to have their destination wedding in Florida,
Yeah, that's it. Well,
that
that's
would be perfect because if I had to travel to New York, the tri-state area, it would not be a destination wedding because they live in New York. When my nephew and his bride got married in Florida and they live in Brooklyn, I went, okay, so and it was, there was a conflicting date with that. And I'm like, uh, uh, and it's out of state. I would have gone to New York for it.
but that's still a destination wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, if you have to go
I
out
think
of
when the bride and groom decide to move out of their
I can't wait to look up this definition.
region,
I
it
can't
automatically becomes a destination wedding. So yeah, so and anywhere where they live, it becomes a destination wedding. For them, it's all about the bride and groom. So if they're sitting here and they say, "We're gonna go have our wedding in the state over there," destination wedding. If they say, "We're gonna keep it over here," of course you gotta go wherever they are because that's where they live.
Mm,
It's not a destination wedding. It's not about us.
I think you're wrong.
It's about them.
I think
You
you're
can see the way you're saying it, you have a little hesitation.
you think you're wrong.
Because it's just common sense.
I will look at it and I'll put it up there and
If I'm
I'm gonna email you.
I'm happy to be wrong,
Are you willing to put a bottle of wine on it?
I'm happy to put a bottle of wine on it.
Let's do that.
I feel like I have a wine cellar. He has a wine cellar. This is no fair. He's not even playing fair.
So let's just get this straight.
Correct.
I am saying
Right.
that a destination wedding is anywhere you have to go out of state.
No.
That I was telling you what I'm saying. If the couple lives in New Jersey
Correct.
and their wedding is in Florida,
That's a destination wedding.
correct.
if they live in Florida and we live in New Jersey and we have to go there, travel
No,
there,
that's still destination wedding. That's my
that
point.
that's the point.
Nope.
The point is it's all not about you.
It is about me. It's all about me.
According to
That is correct. Right here.
that's where he falls into that trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
So we have the understanding and it's on tape.
All right.
I'm so old, I'm saying
I'm
it's
just gonna.
on
If
tape.
I'm wrong, I'm just gonna give this right back to you.
And I'm just gonna give it right back to you to put it in rotation.
That's
That's why he says when you lose a bet, it's a win-win.
it's a win-win. I mean, you know, it's not like the
Only a lose if you die and you'll get to drink that wine together. That's when you lose. I know. But in Montenegro, you're sending beautiful pictures. But you know what? Montenegro is close to Croatia. Pebbly beaches, beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
The water is as clear, crystal clear. When they sent video of the beaches and you hear someone in the background, the water is so crystal clear. Just beautiful with the mountains in the background, but pebbly beaches.
Yeah,
And
that's what.
and he did not bring any water shoes.
Yeah, that's what ruined Italy for me, as far as beaches go.
Correct, correct. And Croatia is mostly pebbly beaches. My better half and I picked Sicily because they have some sandy beaches.
Okay, because we took that boat trip, which was like a 6 hour. It was awesome.
Right.
You jump off the boat at one point. There's
So
private beach.
beautiful.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, jump out, walk to the beach, and I'm like,
Did you have water shoes on?
I did not.
But I bet you if you had water shoes, it probably would have made it less abrasive. Yeah.
But I mean, I was all about the limoncello on the boat.
Ah, absolutely.
And the cantaloupe.
Yeah,
This
so-
cantaloupe was. I want to go back to Italy.
You know what? After Sicily,
That may be on one of my
by the way,
bucket list items.
there are people who talk about the other cities we haven't been, and they sound incredible.
You know, are you watching the new season of Tucci in Italy?
I am.
Yeah, we finished it.
Yeah.
He goes to the remote places. He's not doing the tourist shit. He's like in the bowels of Italy.
But guess what? Do you know how many crew go with him?
Oh yeah.
I thought when he goes, he has like, or maybe two
No.
or three people. It's like 20 people because when he decided to feed them, it was like a picnic. It's going
I also believe he thinks he's speaking great Italian, but if you watch the faces of the people he's talking to, they're like, what?
You know what? There's a lot of dialects. So when he's going into the bowls, the dialects are so different than Rome or Venice. So he knows the basics. And I think he fully knows that when he's talking, he stops because he's like, I can only say a few words.
I think of my grandparents when I watch that because they always said they spoke Italian,
Right.
and I'm a kid. I believed them. So you're on vacation.
He believed it was sauce too.
We were
That's
on
the story.
vacation. Yeah, no, grandfather. It was sauce in their house anyway. And they met this other couple
Right.
who were speaking broken English because they were from Italy. And my grandmother goes, "Oh, it's okay. We speak Italian. You can speak in Italian." So they started,
Fucking Italian.
they started speaking Italian, and my grandmother's face was like, because they spoke
A different dialect.
no, they spoke broken like
Oh.
fakakta Italian. My grandmother had no idea what this woman was saying.
Wow.
None.
Wow.
And I grew up thinking they were Italiano.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
They did come over
Well, was it,
from Italy.
was it first generation?
Wait, what does that mean?
So first generation would mean that your parents were Italian.
Yes. They heard their
Okay.
they came.
So you're the first generation that's here.
My mom was the first generation that was here.
Okay. All right. And her parents came from Italy.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's so many regions and they said, listen, it's as different as the food, and look at Sicily's probably worse because they've had, all those different, cultures invade. So, you're having seafood with couscous with, and it's all considered, Italian.
All right, we're at 55 minutes. We should wrap this up. Hey, we have a topic for next week. We're pushing it. We're pushing the topic of top 5 bucket list items before you die. We were supposed to do it this week. I apologize. We're
Right.
pushing it to next week.
All right.
And when I say next week, I mean in 10 minutes. No, I'm uh, just to keep the illusion going. Is there anything else you would like to say before we leave?
I don't. Oh, fuck that. Oh, damn.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please remember, I never say this. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that motherfucking shit.
We love you.
Vincenzo,
Cheers.
see you next time.
Love you.